Hello, this is Ron Dzinski once again, and I'm here to record a new video, additional ways that you can wind up with PTSD, something that I have no direct experience with, but I'll talk from the passion of others that might have it. And certainly if you have this particular way that you got PTSD, I'd love to hear from you, because to me, I may not be able to do it as much justice as somebody like you who have actually experienced this, and that's rape. Now, rape is a power thing. So it's the person who's in control, who controls your destiny, is now going to force himself on you when you don't feel like you're interested in any of this action. And so they commit their crime and escape, leaving you powerless and trying to get others to believe that it actually happened to you, which is obviously another crime against you, which makes me sick. But in any event, it's similar to all of us who are trying to explain our own PTSD to people that don't know what you're going through. So I really do apologize if I don't do this justice, but I'll do the best that I can. The problem with many of these things, and the reason I think this is such a significant way of getting PTSD, is that most of these rapists don't just stop at one person. They're serial rapists over and over and over again. And you're talking about how much PTSD do they leave in their wake. It's more than that. It's, obviously sexual act is something in nature, but not when it's not asked for or accepted. So I am really not happy with this whole area of discussion, and I hopefully we'll be able to make it clearer to some of the people. The one thing that I will say is that I had an occasion to watch a panel discussion where they had, I'm going to say, 10 or 12 women who all claimed that they had been raped by Bill Cosby. Now, this is not the claim they did or they didn't, and this is past the point of whatever it's called where you can bring suits. So all these people were already past this, so they had no claim, nor do I make judgment that they were telling the truth or not telling the truth. I'm just saying I saw this personally. And in the program, one after another, and these are people that were not children, not playing games. These are adult professional women that were talking about how this affected them. They keep having nightmares about it. And this is not just one of them, but one after another. And there was at least, I would say there was at least 15 of these women, and they were lined up on bleachers, and the moderator was one by one talking with them and having them tell their story, and it was obviously the same story over and over again. I guess they get their modus operandi, and whatever that rapist chooses to do and how he does it is going to continue to repeat itself. So in any event, when I saw the sheer number of these people and how upset they still were, and this is just one incident, happened in some cases 7, 8, 10, 15 years ago, but still they have that strong remembrance, and they can't get it out of their head, and they can't get past it. They're obviously upset with they were upset with the fact that they had no recourse at this particular time. Whatever the time that they had already completed, and they were afraid to come forward because he was such a powerful person, and they knew their careers would be over or nobody would believe them. And even so, I think that's still an issue. I wanted to bring it up, and I wish somebody who really has gone through it, that feels the courage enough or would like to, do something that does it more justice than I can possibly do, either records a video or responds to the blog site and kind of gives your story or tells whatever you feel like you're comfortable with saying. And I have strong compassion for PTSD, no matter how you get it. And this is just something that is an issue for, I can't even imagine how many people in this country. So if you figure one man could have raped, and I don't remember what the total is now, but I think the last I heard it was like 40 people. Holy geez, that's a lot of PTSD that people have. And some of them have tried to put it out of their mind. Some people have almost forgotten the details, and it's only after somebody brings it up that they are reminded by it, and they don't even know sometimes why they're so affected by it. So really certainly a terrible, terrible affair. And that I'm sure it accounts for lots of PTSD of that 7.7 million. So how you're bound together is going to help others. So if you're willing to stand up and talk, I hope that it will help you. I think it will. And other people will support you through listening, caring, trying to share their own experiences and what helped them. And maybe through a commonality, we'll be able to hopefully give you some peace of mind and, put it in its place, and even though it's a terrible place. So in any event, I can be reached right over here somewhere. I'm always interested in you liking us. I much prefer that than not liking us. But, if you want to see something changed, if it's within my power to change it, if it's going to reach you and make you feel better about things, I will certainly do whatever I can to make it work. 7.7 million people. That means there's associations of people and places where people get together. Introduce this place to them. Let them come and help us. Let them find other people. I've just got a statistic about things, and one of the reasons I started this YouTube is because we found that most of the blog was reaching older people. Now I'm including myself in that, and probably people that were Vietnam or Korean or whatever and as I said in the beginning, it was only people who had the same background as I did with PTSD, which was the war. But, only older people. And the person I was talking to said, they think that some of it is younger people don't get their news from reading. There's not a daily newspaper that they see, or mostly it's TV or it's the YouTube. I guess YouTube is like the second fastest growing medium for getting news and information out to people. So if it's going to get people in here, I'm going to do whatever I can. So I'm going to really work hard to try to round up as many of these people as I can. But honest to God, it can only be me. I know that I'm not going to reach out and one by one select 7.7 million. I think we're up to 6.5 thousand or something. I don't know exactly what the figure is, but I'd like to double that in a short while. Maybe this video will do that. So if you can help in any way, think what you can do. It's among all of us. This is what it's going to ultimately be about, is all of us taking part, involving ourselves with it. And I think the more we have, the more people will be satisfied and helped by it. And sooner or later, I think we hold the key to some answers. Hopefully you enjoyed it, and otherwise I just hope that you'll come back and say hello to us or see us or give us some comments. All right, have a good one.